Well, guys, I think it's quite obvious today. I don't know if you see those trees. The wind is gusting up to 60, 70, 80 miles an hour, they say. And I know the leaves are swirling in the air. They're just unsettled. Things are slamming against the house with violence. And it's pretty steady out there. Things are being torn up. There's no power anywhere in the area. We are the only ones with power because we're off the grid. Boy, the camera does not show the motion of the trees that well. Of course, now it calmed down. We get gusts blasting through here, just crazy violence. The trees are being smashed and ripped in half, like snapping like matchsticks in other places. We have no internet, so the cable's broke, and nobody has power, so they have no heat, no electricity, no nothing. But we, in our off-grid tiny house on wheels, are cozy and happy, except that we can't do much outside for the danger of it all. It sure is hard to show you on camera. Whenever I grab the camera, the gust doesn't come up. And those trees have been swaying and bending over in half. But it's sporadic. It's hard to show you. It was just twisting a minute ago when I grabbed the camera. By the time I turn on the camera, it's gone. Anyway, I'll try to do my best to get you an example of how bad it is, how bad the trees are swaying, but this camera just does not show it. It doesn't show it at all. No way. Anyway, the porch just got slammed against the house a minute ago. We just went wham. I laid the solar panels flat because they wanted to take off like frisbees. I got these ones here still up. They're holding up well. My homemade framework is surviving, but the wind is really insane. Let's go inside the tent, or the shed, see what we got for solar power coming in. Oh, we're in float. Oh wow, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're in float mode. 5 amps on the TriStar, or the Renogy. The TriStar is at 0 float mode. So nice, really nice. 14.4 volts. Batteries are topped off, and everything's looking good. I'm surprised that the Renogy is the one bringing in power now and not the TriStar. That's odd, but I hope the wires weren't ripped apart. The wind has been really trying to rip them apart, so I laid them down. Well, it's not a house anymore. It's a, well, bunch of boxes. We've got all kinds of stuff here. All kinds of stuff packed up. We are packing full blast. We don't yet have a house to go to, but we are going somewhere. So we are getting ready because we do have a date that we hope to move. And a lot of things are in the air whether we're going to make it or not to a actual place to live, or if we're going to live out of boxes. We have plenty of boxes. So maybe we will build a tiny house of boxes. Either way, we are getting ready and packing everything we have. We do have a lot of books. Most of these boxes are books, and I do value my books. Melanie and I realized that beyond books and clothing and bedding, we don't have that much stuff here inside the tiny house. The most of our household items and kitchen stuff and appliances and things we took to Michigan the other day in the truck with us. We packed them all up in the Sterilite containers and took them to Michigan with us. Now, today I'm photographing things and preparing to get rid of stuff and downsize, and you will be happy to hear very aggressively disposing of things. So, getting rid of stuff we don't need. Well guys, the maple syrup business has stopped for a week. When we left a week ago, that was the level of the water in that jug, and it hasn't increased at all since, well, during our trip and since our return. And we've had above average temperatures and no nights below freezing. So the sap hasn't been flowing. The conditions have not been good for sap flow. So we haven't done any maple syrup processing in a week, an entire week. And this is during the time when normally the maple syrup production will be hot and heavy. This would be the top production period of maple syrup right here at the beginning of March. But we had our season started already in January this year, mid-January. So it's a weird year and a weird season, and the weather is really off. Now the weather is supposed to get to freezing again at night the next day or so here, so we'll see what happens. If it's going to flow or not, we'll see. You can tap until the buds start to form on the trees, and once that happens, then the syrup tastes bad, and then you have to stop. So we'll see how it goes.